Evening, everybody. This is Bill. I'm the co-leader of Marriage Talk at Faith Connect Group, and my wife Vindy is also the co-leader. She's not with me this evening. She's got some business to attend to, so she's out running, doing those things. But I'm out here at my garden. As you can see, my bottle brush is in bloom back here, and it's kind of pretty, so I figured I'd use it as a backdrop, But it's also red, and today's Valentine's Day, so maybe it'll all kind of connect. But being Valentine's Day, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. I hope everybody's getting all the love and all the affection and all the stuff that goes with Valentine's Day. But a garden is a lot like Valentine's Day. And how does that tie into Valentine's Day? Well, Valentine's Day is not just one day of the year. It's 365 days of the year. And like a garden goes through seasons, just like our marriage goes through seasons. You have the spring where everything's in full bloom, like the bottle brush here. And then you have times where we just ended up with winter, where everything gets dyed back. Everything dies off and it needs to be trimmed back. And this, sometimes when things get trimmed, when things get pruned, it's not the greatest feeling, but it's necessary. And those things that we need to cut out of our life, whatever it is in our marriage, we need to get rid of them. And so we can be ready for when spring hits and new growth takes action, we can enjoy each other and we can become full blossoms, And that's the major thing is Valentine's Day is, like I said, is not one day. It's 365 days a year. The garden, we work on it constantly. We've been developing this thing over the last 3 years since we've owned our property out here. And we've added, we've taken away some stuff, we've moved some stuff, we've, just rearranged everything because that's the way life is and that's the way our marriages are. Sometimes things are really good when you first plant them and where they look really nice, but as it grows and develops, sometimes you realize that's not the best place for it. So you have to dig it up and move it or eliminate it, So Valentine's Day is one of those days where, it's great that it's for couples and you show your love to one another. But showing your love every day is more important. With Vindy, my wife, I can go get her a plant like this bottle brush and she's giddy as a little kid. It doesn't take much to make her happy. I don't shower her with gifts on Valentine's Day. That is our thing that we don't do. We don't buy presents for each other on Valentine's Day. We don't do presents on Christmas or birthdays. But what we do is we plan a trip. This year we're going to Alaska. So that is our Christmas. That is our birthdays. That is our Valentine's Day. All wrapped up into one. We just make one big trip. Because you know what? If I want to go get her a bottle brush, it don't need to be Valentine's Day to go spend a little bit of money and make her happy, because why wait for one day of the year? What's that all about? Just one day when you should be filling your wife or your husband full of love every day, and just out of the blue, just randomly go get them something or do something different, do something nice, And it doesn't take much, to fill somebody's love tank. It really doesn't either. If whatever your 5 love languages are, if you know each other's love language, that's what you need to pour into them. If it's time, if it's gifts, or is it words of affirmation, whatever the love language is, pour into that person, and you'll fill their love tank, and they'll fill yours back. So, if you don't know your love language, please take time to find out what it is, so you can enjoy each other even more. Now, sorry, I'm out here. It's breezy. So, first thing I got to do is I got to cover something, which is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through the start of 8. And it is, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrong. Remember that. Keeps no record of wrong. Okay? Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with the truth. Remember that too. It always protects, it always trusts, it always hopes, it always preserves. In the last part of verse 8, is love never fails. Now remember, here at Eden, the garden goes through cycles. Your marriage is going to go through cycles. You know, marriage is not a sprint. It's not a 100-meter yard dash. Can't run it like Bolt does. You got to endure. It's a marathon, and you got to pour into each other on a daily basis, not just that one day of the year. So remember, when you're out spending all that money for one day, you know, I'm not saying that you can't get your wife or your husband something decent for Valentine's Day. It's not about that, you know, but make sure that you pour into them every day, because every day is Valentine's Day, because God put you two together for a reason. God put you two together to have a blessed life together. So pour into each other. Y'all are like wells. Y'all need to be filled constantly and daily and watered and nurtured, just like these plants back here need to be watered and nurtured. You know, do it to each other. Take time out of the day. Spend 30 seconds hugging each other. You know, 30 seconds in one day. Reset your whole mind. Reset your whole body, you know, and just you start to connect personally that way. You know, so do the little things, because when the little things you add up to make big things, great things. So with that being said, guys, I hope you all have a blessed evening. I hope you enjoy yourselves, and I love you guys. I'll see you next Monday when it's time for group. And remember, we'll have something out here planned shortly for where we can kind of meet and hang out outside of church, where it would be a lot more relaxing. Love you guys. Appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. We'll see you soon.